Back, back. Facebook made a change on June 10th that limits some pages from going live. They recommend trying again in a few weeks. In the meantime, you can stream to your profile or other platforms. We ask Facebook to change will go live. Remove you then. Remove. That sucks. Is it on? You got anything from us, Liz?
Yeah, we're on the screen.
Yeah, we're live.
Through YouTube.
Wow. That's
we can see it on YouTube.
I got a push notification.
all right. Talking shh. Here we go. What happened last week, everybody? We had some good stuff going on here. We were able to watch The Gods Must Be Crazy, 1980. Excellent movie starring E.
God.
We saw Booth Bangla, The Haunted Mansion of Hindi origin. And then there's other interesting things going on in pop culture. What do you got, Comic Lizard and JD Geek?
Okay, so here's the here's the thing. So to prepare for Avengers Doomsday coming out, I proposed to Josh that we should watch all of the MCU movies and the other subsequent and not official MCU movies, but they tie in because they use the characters in official MCU movies. So, and we're gonna watch it.
Are we gonna have to watch? You got to watch Phase 4 too, sadly.
Yes. So we're gonna watch it. Nate, knock it off. So we're gonna watch it chronologically. So it's from like the MCU, not as they were released, but how they should be played out, like with events happening in the shows.
So you can see Marvel up front and kind of have a better face for it.
So the first thing that we watched was called Eyes of Wakanda. And it was a cartoon, like, short series that they did. It was like, what, 4 episodes or something?
4 episodes, yeah.
It was like 4, they weren't even half-hour episodes?
I think they were like 40 minutes.
So, yeah, and it's animated, and it talks about, past things in the, like, Trojan War era, and what was the other one?
There was one in China.
There was and they introduced one of the dragon, Iron Dragons.
Iron Fists.
Iron Fists.
Iron Dragon? What the hell?
Dude. It's late. So it was actually it was a good... Okay, aside from some historical inaccuracies, it was good. Those were good. And then the next thing that we watched...
Wait. Just let's wrap up this Eyes of Wakanda thing before we proceed.
Okay.
So, largely, the Eyes of Wakanda was a good...
The animation was
good
too.
A good show. I'm not a fan of the Black Panther movies, and in fact, I've only seen the first one, and I didn't care for it whatsoever. But the cartoon, the production is really good. The voice acting is good. The stories are largely very entertaining. The first one I thought was the shakiest one, but episodes 2, 3, and 4 were good. So these are definitely things that I would recommend. I don't even remember hearing any promotional material for this show, so somehow it got lost in the shuffle. Maybe it was more recent than I think, but it's a quality show. It's worth watching. So yeah, then the second one.
So then the second one, and I think we may have watched it out of order because they don't in the list that I have.
That's not the second one. What was the second one?
The Agent Carter one shot.
No, we watched something else.
Oh yeah, Captain America: First Avenger. So you can't say anything bad about that. That's that's when it was good, and it was still good. And MCU was great. And then after that, they did a one shot on Disney Plus, and it has to do with Agent Carter. I can't remember what the one shot is called.
I think it's just called Agent Carter One Shot.
I think that might be all that it is. And it's just a quick, like 15-minute long, like short that they threw in there, and it was good. And it sets, but I think we watched it out of order. I think you're supposed to watch the Agent Carter TV show first, and then you watch the one shot.
No, because I think the one shot came out before it.
I think it did. No, it came out after. But I think that the problem is because she becomes the head of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, so that it would make sense if it came out after. But remember, we looked at the release dates, and the one shot came out first, and then they did the 2-season series.
I don't know, but anyway, it's good. And so is the Agent Carter TV show.
Right.
We haven't finished it yet. We're almost to the end of the second.
We're like halfway
season.
through season 2.
It's got another like 5 or 6 episodes. And unfortunately, then after Agent Carter, we have to watch Captain Marvel. So Josh isn't too excited about that one. But we'll end up watching, Elektra, which I've never seen, and the Daredevil movie. And we get to watch all the Blade movies again. And like all of that. We're going to watch all of it in preparation.
Are the Blade movies supposed to be pertinent to what's going on, or are you just making sure you do that too?
We're watching it because Blade shows up in the Wolverine Deadpool movie, and so that ties into the same with Jennifer Gardner as Elektra. They're in the Wolverine, you know what I mean? So they're officially in the MCU, but tangentially.
So Disney has their recommended watching list, which is very truncated, and there's a whole lot of the phase 4 crap that nobody likes. And I wanted some positivity in what we were watching. So the watching the MCU chronologically makes sense. Are you frozen, Nate?
No.
I'm just trying to you guys have
I can't even see
my screen's going.
Oh, I see. So anyway, but I have to tell you, it's very black pilling to know that I have to watch some of the worst garbage put out. I avoided the second Black Panther movie, and now I'm going to have to watch that crap. I avoided watching Captain African American. Now I have to watch that. I really didn't want to have to go down that track. And
I haven't seen either of those.
But it'll be good views for our late to the party. We can talk about how upset Josh is or how happy he is. I said this will help Nate.
The thing is I'm already not looking forward to watching Doomsday. I'm just not, that ship has sailed. The Marvel anticipation is gone for me.
Have you seen Spider-Man?
No. And I'm looking forward to seeing Vision Quest, the TV show.
The trailer for Vision Quest looks good. But the thing is it's like I feel like what's coming out for Marvel now, you're dealing with how things are for Disney Star Wars. There's going to be an Andor. There's going to be something that's like The Mandalorian, but the rest of it is going to be dog shit. And man. And
it'll be fun.
The thing that's the maximum irritation for me is Doctor Doom is my favorite Marvel villain, and I think this is going to be just utter slop. It might not be bad like Captain Marvel is bad, but I don't think that it's going to have the kind of gravity, the kind of weight that we got in the first 3 phases of Marvel, because they were able to take their time to build things up. Doomsday and Secret War really feel to me like it's a fucking Hail Mary pass to try and rescue the franchise in the 11th hour, because they can see their fan base evaporating like water on a hot summer day.
This is from what I've gathered, and I don't disagree with you. I haven't seen a lot of those movies either, to be truthful. But I feel like it's working. I feel like voting, people, me and people like me or people like us, voting with our feet on these movies and not just going to see them because we had traditionally done it. Like you have no like if I see relatives that I haven't spoken to in 5, 6 years, they'll be like, "Oh, hey, this is my nephew Nathan. He loves Star Wars," and just kind of like, "Rah." I mean,
I'm in the
I
same boat, dude. I'm in the same boat. It's like,
and then like, oh,
Star Wars, and I'm like,
he loves comics and he loves all these things, and they got really popular, and they don't understand the zeitgeist. They don't understand why I jumped off, or no, they're just like they don't know that like, oh, it's just a superhero movie. It's just a thing. Like they don't see the layers and all that stuff. So, you know, I was doing some research, and I think and please forgive me because I don't remember who it was specifically, but they were talking about how Feige was kind of held hostage the last 5 years, pretty much after Endgame, for hey, let me see. Welcome back, Curtis. Let me see if we can get that on the. Can you guys see that?
Not yet on the screen, but there's a
Yeah,
delay.
you.
You can't see me either.
No, we can see you. It's just you can't see the comments if somebody put a comment in.
Kitty.
Why am I forgetting how to do this all of a sudden?
look at that guy.
Sorry. Kitty.
It's okay. We've got one that likes to do
There you
that.
go. Boom.
Gizmo.
All right.
I think what
So-
would be interesting to see because Agent Carter, she's a strong, independent woman. She's not a strong, independent woman like Captain Marvel is, and it'll be interesting to see the juxtaposition between a really good written female heroine. I don't like saying that hero. Then you're gonna get the I've given everything. I'm given everything like woman superhero. You know what I mean? Because Agent Carter, she's tough, but she gets her ass kicked because she's going up against a bunch of men.
Well, that's the
better
thing.
at
You
it.
know, a lot of times with the Mary Sues, they're just instantly overpowered, and they
Yeah,
can't grow because they're perfect from the beginning, and they can't get better. And you lose out on the hero's journey. You lose out. Like you cannot beat Darth Vader until he chops off your hand and left you near dead. And then you got to learn from that, lick your wounds, go back and meet up with Yoda again, and have him be like, "Told you I did. Finish training, you should have."
well, and then
No,
but in Agent Carter, they still talk about because it's the time with which it takes place, where women weren't, out there, and these weren't the kinds of jobs that women would normally do. So that stuff gets brought up, but it's not brought up in a "how dare you, sir" kind of way. You know what I mean?
sure.
Like how dare you don't treat me as an equal. It gets brought up, but it doesn't slap you in the face with it.
It feels like they keep it in the historical
Yeah.
context. That the show takes place in the late 40s, and so it feels more appropriate than this absurd idea that in our modern context women are not treated equal anymore, which is just laughably dumb. So you have somebody like Captain Marvel bitching that she's not being taken seriously, and it's like, well, bitch, maybe it's because you're not serious. How about that?
Hey, we did, however, find out though that you should watch Agent Carter because the guy that plays Jarvis in it is going to be in the Vision Quest television show. Because this is Howard Stark's Jarvis.
Right.
This is the Jarvis that like Tony would have grown up with, kind of Jarvis.
So
it's not Paul Bettany Jarvis.
So it's James Spader.
No, it's not. It's a different actor that plays Jarvis. So the main characters, it's Peggy Carter, Jarvis, and then Howard Stark,
And then a couple
and
of
then a
agents
couple
from
of
the
agents from the SSR.
right
But the Jarvis that's in this TV show
is the real
is the
Jarvis.
real Jarvis
The
that
flesh and blood
Tony
one.
based
It's good to see the balls right there.
Yeah.
that Tony bases his AI program off of, but gives it don't click on that. Oh my god. Anyway, but he's in the new Vision Quest television show that's coming out.
Yeah. It's the Vision Quest trailer is not to transition necessarily away from what we're
Well, we
doing, but
segued with
Oh,
Jarvis.
sure.
so that looks interesting because the characters in that show are all of the AI programs that have showed up in the MCU so far. So you've got Jarvis, as in Paul Bettany's Jarvis that becomes Vision, and you have Friday is in it, which Tony used. There's another one, I think another one called Eve that's in it, or Evie or something like that.
Well, yeah, because he gave Friday to Spider-Man, so
And
he
then
has a different.
of course
one.
you got Ultron that's in it
And James Spader comes back as a flesh and blood version,
of Ultron.
visual version of Ultron.
And then there the original Jarvis, the flesh and blood one, is in the show too. And I think all of this is Vision wrestling with who he is.
He because he's turned into the White Vision. And so is he a hero? How much of it was me? How much of it's the Mind Stone? How much of these other personalities that got pulled into to making me? Who am I? What am I?
And what's
real and what's not?
Because a lot of what he went through with WandaVision was just fantasy.
Yeah, and so it's trying to figure out who he is, kind of a Vision Quest.
Spending some time with Elizabeth Olsen. That's kind of fantasy, right? You know.
And apparently, it's considered this is the finale in a trilogy. So it's supposed to be WandaVision was the first part, and then Agatha All Along is the middle part of this story, and then Vision Quest is the end of it.
See, I wonder about that.
I
never watched Agatha. That was
Yeah.
after I started my boycott.
We will though. But
why?
you already agreed to it. So yeah.
You're gonna make me go full jaded.
Yeah.
Again. I've been having a good time since we've been rolling again. There's been a lot of smiling, a lot of happiness. I took off the glasses for the Bloodsport episode. I thought I was turning over a new leaf, and now we're gonna stroll down memory lane for the MCU. And even though it's chronological, there's gonna be like these gut punches of absolute trash. And then we're going to get into phase 4, and it's just going to be me crying on the inside.
I'm just going to give you a bunch of Jack Daniels. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
How'd your brother like Supergirl better than Brand New Day?
He's a troll. There's no way.
Yeah, my brother, he's
There's
high.
no way.
That's what it is that
He thought it was troll.
I something.
Mad at my own heart.
He's just trying to start some shit.
Because Supergirl, I didn't see. Okay, so
We didn't see Supergirl.
Fair point. I didn't see either of the two movies. But there's just, and I don't know that I'm going to like Spider-Man Brand New Day when I see it. I'm not confident in that. But there's no way that it's better than frickin' Chaka Supergirl, okay?
Oh. Wow.
It's just not possible.
Oh my goodness.
She looks like Chaka.
She does.
It's
but
just a fact.
Still, it's fine.
Oh, you said Chaka. I thought you said Shaka Zulu. I was like, wait, that's not Marvel.
No.
Wait, what?
No, if you remember Land of the Lost, that Millie AI cock looks exactly like Chaka.
What else did we have going on?
Oh,
Finale of X-Men 97. Oh,
we finally
wasn't as good.
Oh,
I haven't watched it yet.
Wasn't as good as season's 1's finale, which was like ridiculous, but it was still good.
You doing
X-Men
spoilers?
97 is a
You
good watch. It's worth it.
La, la. We watched. Dun, 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 na, 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 na. We watched Masters of the Universe.
They did Jean Grey dirty. Banner wearing an inhibitor makes no
He-Man.
sense. Kid
Yes.
version Happy Punisher was lame. I got
I
more.
really like that movie. Too. It was fun. Made me feel all warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, we watched Masters of the Universe.
Okay, what'd you guys think of it?
It was awesome.
It was pretty good.
It was really good.
It was pretty good. It's one of those things that I would probably give it like an 8 out of 10.
We're buying it
I would
for our collection.
I would have gone higher. So the good parts about it, it definitely has like an 80s vibe to it. The music, the effects, definitely whoever put the movie together, either the writers or the directors or both, they clearly love the original because there are things in it that if you're a Masters of the Universe fan from the original stuff,
Yeah.
you're gonna see those things and you're gonna be like,
Big
they
Jim.
got it right.
They put Big Jim in there. That was a little throwback.
So,
Dolph Lundgren.
yeah, Dolph.
Yeah,
Lundgren.
when Dolph showed up, I was like, oh.
My favorite thing was the names.
What's that?
My
Oh,
favorite
how
thing
he
was how he
named
came up
everybody?
with the names. Yeah, Fisto, like Fisto.
Because he be fisting men. Like, wait,
So-
what?
And thankfully,
Good journey.
the movie is not like disgustingly woke. Like I was afraid that Tila was going to be a girl boss like in the Revelations cartoon, and this kind of nonsense. But I still have my perennial complaint about the race swapping and casting. It bothers me that Duncan is black. It bothers me that Ram Man is an Asian. It bothers me that Triclops is black because they're not that in the original. And there's no story reason that this was done. And that means that the only reason is the very cynical Hollywood reason that they have to check boxes. That's the only reason. And it's irritating. It takes me out of it. But I'm one of those guys that was complaining about this back when Idris Elba was Heimdall. I don't like that either. I didn't like it back then. I don't like it now. So there's no.
So what do you think of
reason.
this? So Chuck E. Cheese and his band. All right, you got Chuck E. Cheese, you got Jasper T. Jowls, Helen Henny, Pasquale, Mr. Munch. Am I missing anybody, Ant?
If you want to add
The
Negro
originals.
Bella. The original,
See,
yeah, that's everybody. Mine,
so he says that you got to add the new girl Bella. Bella is the dark rabbit. Is she
She's
a
a bee.
rabbit? She's a bee. She's a bee. But she's like
she's Latina.
Africanized bee.
She's Latina.
She's a killer bee.
No, she's not Puerto Rican. She's just Latina.
She's just Latina. So at least Chuck E. Cheese, instead of making Jasper like Jasper, like Namor,
Gaspar.
they just came up with a whole other member of the band.
Sure.
Like bands can grow. You can add another member to the band.
It's easy to do something like that though with Chuck E. Cheese. Like you could throw new band members in, and some are getting old and retiring, and they just want to go.
Well, I feel like you could bring a different.
No, you can with the Masters of the Universe.
Were there any black characters? I remember there was the Asian guy was Chopper or something like the hand Jitsu.
Isn't it?
Jitsu did a chop.
Jitsu. It was
Yeah.
Jitsu, yeah.
Jitsu had a hand chop. That was the Asian guy. Were there any? Ant?
I'm trying to remember.
Toys?
Oh, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
Masters in the Universe. Any black ones?
I want to say that there was. I'm trying to remember.
Are we talking about the 80s ones? Because I'm pretty sure
I'm
they
not talking about
get
Mossy.
the new version.
No, I have memories of one of the figures that was black, but I can't remember.
Look it up. It's not like you don't have a phone.
Fair enough.
What I liked was the fact that they had all those different like cut scenes at the end. You got your Orko
Get your Orko moral of the story.
And they got it set up for She-Ra, possibly. So that was kind of cool.
Wait, was she in it?
So the movie like kind of ends, and then you get the Orko, right? And then you get the credits, and then there's a mid-scene thing where Duncan and the Queen are talking. Well, we got one back. Maybe we'll get another one back, and then it flashes to, is it Etheria?
Yeah.
It's Etheria, and you see her standing there, and it talks. Somebody says something off camera, and it pans up, and you see her sort of power, and then it pans back, and you see her from behind, and she's got the skirt, she's got the sword, you can see the blonde hair with her like crown thing that she wears, and you can see, is it Castle Hordak in the foreground or whatever, or in the farther back, you can tell that that's where she's at. And then it zooms in on like the gem that's on her sword, and then it cuts it, and it's the rest of the
movie.
No, that's like mid credit scene, and then it goes through the rest of the credits, and then at the end, that's where Evelyn picks up Skeletor's skull.
And that's the part I saw.
Yeah, there's a mid. So you get the Orko, and then it's like that animation thing that they like to do with Marvel, where they show the silhouette of the character and the actor who plays it. And that song is by The Darkness, which I thought was amazing too. and then it ends, and then there's the She-Ra cutscene, and then it picks back up to like just the regular scroll of the credits that you normally see.
Yeah, there was one black
Clamp
Champ, yeah.
Clamp Champ. I'm trying to figure out how to share my screen because I got some. I used to share the screen. Remember when I knew how to do this?
Josh is showing it on the.
There we go.
And it's original. That goes back to 1986. So that's not.
Yeah, it's got the old Toys R Us sticker on it and everything.
That's original. I remembered that there was one. Obviously, there weren't. It's not like there were a whole bunch of them, but
I could have gotten.
It might add up to 13% of the total number of He-Man figures, though. In which case, it's fair representation. But the shame of it is that I enjoyed the film, but it didn't make money. It was a flop in the box office, so we're just not going to get more of it. It's kind of the same thing with the latest Dungeons and Dragons movie. They actually did a good D&D movie, and then we're not going to get another one. So
yeah,
it just blows.
He's fine. He's just trying to go out. And the internet saw his little bolus.
But there's another aspect of that we just have to realize, and that is that He-Man as a franchise didn't have the staying power, right? Star Wars still around, G.I. Joe still around, Transformers.
The problem that He-Man had was that their figures had shit articulation. Like they just you could just balance their bow legs into like whatever they were riding on, but
yeah,
like I think they came out around the same time as G.I. Joe did, but their staying power wasn't there because like G.I. Joe took out Star Wars, it took out Masters of the Universe, it took out a lot of stuff, and then there was even like through G.I. Joe's run, they tried to come out with Silverhawks, came and went. Thundercats came and went. Mask came and went. Yeah. And G.I. Joe was just the only thing that got in the way of G.I. Joe was video games.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is like Masters of the Universe, the reality is it has a cult following, but even when they did the early 2000s like reboot series that's really good, I just don't think it ever really gained any like major traction. And that probably contributed to the film not doing well. I think the advertising for it wasn't great because there were parts of the trailers and the advertising that made you think like, man, this movie's going to suck. Not just the race swap in casting, but they put the he him name tag that Adam has when he's working at the HR office, and then people are thinking like, oh no, they're making a joke against He-Man by making it a he him, and you're just like, where's this going? But all of that turned out just fine. It was not woke in any way.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was a good one.
It was great. And I was also concerned when I saw that they cast Jared Leto as Skeletor, because
Man, this is the only Jared Leto movie I like.
yeah, I pretty much don't like Jared Leto in anything at all. And I know that he wasn't doing the classic high-pitched Skeletor voice. And I was like, man, Skeletor is one of the classic, villains of my childhood. And I'm like, man, they're going to fuck this up. And they didn't. It was great. He was a great Skeletor.
The Skeletor memes are good too.
Yeah. I enjoyed the film. I like I said, I give it a solid 8. It would have got more if they just would have not effed around with the casting. They didn't have to do that. There's no reason for it.
I like the Skeletor because I remember watching it with you, and I looked at it, I was like, God, I just wish they would make Skeletor kind of goofy, because it takes a while for the goofy Skeletor to kick in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when it did, it creeps up
it was
on
like
you.
all kind of like serious and everything, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, listen, you boobs," or something like that. And I'm like, there it is, right there. And he's thinking, and he's like chattering his teeth as he's like, okay, no, let's see her.
Yeah, I agree with what John is saying about Leto's Joker being terrible. I don't think that's in dispute, that he's kind of at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to that lineup. Although I probably upset a lot of people because I think he's only slightly worse than Jack Nicholson.
What?
Yeah, I don't like Jack Nicholson's Joker at all.
Yeah, I've always felt like Heath Ledger's was super overrated too, just because he died.
I think that played a factor in it, but the reality is, and when they announced that they cast him as the Joker, I was like, the Brokeback Mountain guy.
Well, he never laughed.
Well, he did. He did when he came into the room with everybody, where he shoves the pencil in the guy's eye. That he laughs at the beginning of that scene, but it's more of like a mocking, like kind of half laugh. And he does laugh.
Skeletor laugh.
He does laugh at the end when Batman captures him and he's hanging upside down. He's just laughing his ass off the whole time. But I do think Heath Ledger gave an incredible performance, because I think without him, The Dark Knight would not have been that great of a film. He makes that movie.
Well, any good movie, like you need to have a good villain or for the protagonist to be able to take out. If the villain's weak, then you feel like you can just go through them and flick them yourself. Like, there's no point in hero worship of this guy. But
I heard that the villain in Supergirl is like that.
I don't know. I reckon I have to. I want to make sure that we talked about it, right? Like these studios, they're like a snake, and they're eating something, and you can see whatever they ate or whatever they're working on is what they ate, and then there's a lump that goes out through the whole snake, and I'm waiting for the studios to shit out the woke lump, and a lot of them have shit out the woke lumps, so hopefully they can start eating some good stuff again.
I wish I had that level of optimism, but I think that they're playing it.
Well, they have to want to make money. I mean, ultimately, like, they thought that that's where the world was heading, was that way, and that everybody was going to be on board with that. But like America, like we've rebelled against. If you ever put it this way, when you're scrolling through we send them to each other. When you're scrolling through your reels, you ever see one that pops up that you can instantly identify that it's AI?
Yeah.
They have no likes. You might have like maybe 12 likes on something where it looks like people aren't like, they're like scrolling through it. They're not, even if I like it, I won't click like on it because it's AI.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a level of fatigue that we have from this stuff, and just people
Well,
are signing
there
off to it.
there definitely is, but as for the whole thing about they need to make money, I just want to remind you that Amazon is on season 3 of Rings of Power, which is not doing well at all in terms of
But Amazon has Amazon to make money from.
Sure, but my point is that they're not making any money
Like
off of that.
Paramount ain't making any money off package delivery. So if they do shitty movies, man, Paramount's going to be toast.
But
In fact, Paramount's moving from California.
They have to reroute an income stream away from one area in order to fund this other area, is my point. That area is actually a loss for them. So, yeah, they can keep funding it. They have the money to
Remember
pay.
when we were watching that? Holy moly.
Yeah, that first season was rough. And, not watching the second season is a blessing. And I know at some point I'm going to have the misfortune of having to catch up on all of it. But, man.
That's going to be Liz's next quest for you after Marvel?
No, I wouldn't torture him like that. Because even I don't.
That's a lie. You made me watch
No,
Ghostbusters 2016.
Even I didn't make you watch it. I won't make him watch that because, I don't even want to watch it. Like, I have no interest in that at all.
Small blessings.
So, yeah.
Reminding me how Phantom Menace had no main character. No, man, Jar Jar was the main character.
No, dear God.
Dang. What was the other thing we were going to talk about?
What else we got in pop culture?
Man, I don't remember.
It was the Lego Pokemon crossover. They're doing
Lego Pokemon, huh? They're gonna have Pokemon minifigs?
Yes. They are. I do. I have.
Are they in the blind bags?
No, not yet. So I think what they're gonna do, there's a rumor that there's
Can I get off the hood with these?
one. So I have to open it. It's right there. There's one, the Rayquaza set has the trainer in it. That's
Rayquan, the chef?
Yes. And that's the first minifig. And then in October, they're releasing a Pokeball that opens up, and it comes with Professor Willow and Ash.
Willow.
And it comes with a little
Change me back
Pikachu and a
into
little
human Willow.
But the cool thing is that with Pokemon Go, Lego's doing like a cross promotion with them. So if you go to your Lego store and you're playing Pokemon Go, there's a gym there that you can fight a Pikachu. Once you beat that, it has a background that's made out of all Lego. And then there's like a gym next to it, and you get your thing stamped. And you go inside of the store and you show them that you have they might have you do the demo, but if you show that you stamped at that store, they give you like a free, it's like a free tile that works with their Smart Play system that they're doing. They added the Smart Play bricks to the Pokemon, to the Pokemon line. They did it first with Star Wars, and now they did it with the Pokemon. And so you put the Smart Brick in, and then when one of these they go over the cards or they get close to another Pokemon with the Smart Brick in it, they make the battle sounds and the fight sounds and everything
like all those things that they used to have that became obsolete.
It reminds me a lot of the Power of the Force action figures that Star Wars did back in the 2000s, where you could get them and they would say lines from the movie. And
it works similar to the Super Mario that they did for Lego, where they came out with a Mario, a Luigi, and a Princess Peach, and you could create like your own like level, and you
like
would
Lego Dimensions.
Kind of, but Dimensions was more of like a video game,
like Spyro.
But like the Super Mario series was you created your own like level with all your Lego stuff, and there are these little RFD barcodes like tiles, and your character would go over it and it would read it, and if it was a coin it would go ding, you know what I mean, or you'd hit the power up and it would make the doot, 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 and then if you got hit by a fire it would take your life away, things like that. So it'd have the sound effects. So now instead of having that brick inside the figure, it's a 2x4 brick that you can put into any of the characters. And there's like I don't know. I think it was like 10 sets that they did that for the Smart Play. I didn't collect the Smart Play ones. The Smart Play stuff is designed more for like kids to play with, be the interactive kind of thing. I got the adult sets, like the ones that you build and you display. So the Rayquaza and the Charizard, Blastoise. I got Pikachu and Eevee. They did a Munchlax and a Arcanine.
My difficulty with these things is that
They're not to scale.
These are all built, so you're building a
built.
Pikachu. It's not a Pikachu minifig.
But they did do a Pikachu minifig.
They will
be releasing a Pikachu minifig. So the blind bags that they're going to come out with, the rumor is that each of the Smart Play sets come with like a Pokeball the size, it's like this little, I don't know. It's the size of 2 sugar cubes put together. That's the best way I can explain it. And I think the blind bags that they're going to do for it is they're going to do each of the different types of Pokeballs, because there's a lot more. Because I don't play the video game, so I don't know how many there are, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know of at least 7 because I've got the big card ones here that I had. But I think they're going to release all of them that way too. But the cool part is that they're making it more interactive with Pokemon Go, that you can go in and you can get one of those Smart Play tile pieces for free. And yeah, and all you have to do is go to a Lego store and show them that you play the game and stamped your stamp. But you could do it.
Basically,
you could do it once per store to get the stamp and the tile piece, the exclusive piece, but you can go and play once per day at each of them to get the different Pikachus with the background.
Man, that sounds like too much work for me. I would just want to try to get the minifigs, and I just wait and get some off of eBay.
Yeah.
Let somebody do the legwork. That's.
Hey, Liz, have you guys done anything with? Are you guys familiar with Power World?
No.
Nope.
Well, maybe I do know it, but I don't know it by that. That happens a lot.
What is that?
It's like well, it's a video game right now, but they were like in a whole lawsuit against Pokemon because they were like saying that you guys stole the likenesses and all that. But they're starting to blow up in the video game world, and they were talking about doing cards too as well.
I know that because I see like card breaks on like Whatnot and on eBay Live. Sometimes it pops up in my reels where they're called, crap. I think it starts with a P, but it's something Mon or something like that. But like they're Doodlemon, I don't know. But like they're hand drawn and they're supposed to be similar to like the cards. Right now it's just a card thing. And there are people that are like collecting those, and some of those look pretty funny. But I know that there's a few spin-off card sets that people are doing that are definitely 100% inspired by Pokemon. And I'm surprised they're still around. I think there was like a Kickstarter campaign for like the next like expansion set. But a lot of times you can see these like card breaks that they do. That people have cases of them that they're opening up and trying to find the rare ones and stuff. It's crazy. But I just thought it was like a fun little thing to do if you're around a Lego store. There's more out there than there are out here. We just have the 2. But yeah,
California's got like 16 or something like that, some crazy number.
But yeah, I just thought it was kind of like a fun little pop culture-ish thing that I don't know how many people know to do or that they can do.
Well, and then there's not always a lot of crossover between the two communities, right? Not everybody that plays Pokemon Go is into Lego. Not everybody that, collects Lego is into Pokemon Go. So if you happen to do both.
No, I can imagine this thing being ridiculous.
Oh,
it's kind of like you got to go on some ridiculous quest to be like. I think that's the only way you can like ward off scalpers. Like if somebody's willing to do the legwork, it's actually pretty brilliant. Now that I think about it, I'm thinking to myself like that's too much. But then it should be too much for somebody like me.
Well,
but it isn't. It isn't too much for somebody who really likes Lego and really likes Pokemon.
Right.
You know,
But
like
it's very hard unless you're living in an area that's dense with the stores. So in Southern California, it's fine. You got plenty of Lego stores out there. But out here in Tennessee, we have two,
For the
and,
entire state.
and you really need to have like at least 5 or 6 relatively nearby. The next closest one is like a friggin' 4.5 hour drive for us. I'm not going there. I'm not driving that far for Pokemon. That's not happening.
sure.
But it's weird because it put me down a rat. Well, because I'm not getting the Smart Play sets, so that tile piece doesn't have any. I have no use for it. So of course it's I sold them because we got multiples of them.
Right.
But
It's free money.
well, yeah, there's that, but so it didn't have a use. But like when I looked it up, you look up to see what it's going for and this and that and the other. It showed me like somebody that was selling. He was selling that background Pokemon, like on your game. So like, I don't even know how you'd be able to sell it to trade it because you have to in the game for Pokemon you have to be a certain level to be able to do remote trades. Like I don't know this guy. He's like in like Turkey or something. You know what I mean? Like he's not even in country. And so, but he's selling Pokemon that have specialty backgrounds like that Lego one. And people are buying it. He's got positive feedback all over. He's doing it a lot. And I'm just like, huh, okay, well that's interesting that you're able to sell something.
You're selling
It doesn't have a
something in
physical
video
thing.
game,
You're selling
right?
something in a video game.
Right.
And I know that this isn't the first time somebody's done it, but I just didn't realize you could do that you'd be able to do that easily with Pokemon, with like Pokemon Go, with their like rules and regulations on things and how to do stuff and how to, yeah, it was interesting. I don't know.
Making a lot of money.
It seems like he is because that background he was consistently selling. You look at the feedback. Well, and I guess it is eBay too. You kind of have to like take some of it. I know people like fudge their eBay like feedback numbers sometimes, saying things have sold that haven't sold to make a market for something.
Yeah, but to think you can catch a Pokemon in your app, and then you can turn around on eBay and sell that Pokemon to somebody else who plays the game. But you're not. The thing is, you're not. It's kind of like the what were those things that they were trading digital art a couple of years back? What was that called?
NFTs.
NFTs, right? It's kind of like the NFT thing a little bit.
But there's like rules in the Pokemon Go game. You can't even trade with somebody unless you're a certain like level and you've been friends with them for a certain amount of time. Because your friendship levels with your buddies, and that's where I wasn't. Yeah, I don't know how he's trading.
Sounds like they modded the game a little bit.
I'm not flying to Istanbul to get a Pokemon,
But then it also showed me that
Even
there's
still,
like
Nintendo might have to send the ninjas out because if this guy's profiting off it, Nintendo don't like that.
And I'm surprised because they'll like ban your account if you change your geolocation to get a Pokemon that's a regional somewhere. They'll just like straight up shut you down and you can't do it. But then there's this. And
I wonder if that's how they're doing it. They're fudging their geolocation.
Yeah, but you could do that. But then in order to trade, you have to be a certain level of friendship with that person. So there's no way I'm forking over $20 for this thing, and then I have to wait 90 days or even more to be friends with them in order to have the permission to trade it. You know what I mean? It's very strange. But again, seeing on his account, there are promotions all over the world in Pokemon Go that I've never even heard of that have weird you know what I mean? It's just
I just watched a video today about how Pokemon Go was created by CIA for gathering information from people.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But you know what? That information that they originally pulled Pokemon Go from is another Niantic game called, it wasn't Portal, but it was something like that, where it was another one of those games where you took your phone and you went to a certain spot.
Catch the Jihadi?
and you went through the portal and you fought something, gained something, and then you got back out of it. And they just used all of that, and they used Google Maps. I can't tell you though how many times playing
Finding
Pokemon has got
infidel.
Josh and I out of certain situations where we're driving through back roads and we're like, "Does this get out?" Like you just look at your Pokemon map and you're like, "Oh yeah, this goes out." So we have used it for navigational purposes on some occasion, but
Well, that's good that works out.
I mean, I think it's just based off of Google Maps. So there's that.
Nintendo's gonna get that guy if he shows up on their radar.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know. Because I know plenty of friends who have done that geolocation. They'll create like a second or third account just to get those regionals, and then trade with their main account. And I know for a fact that they've had their accounts like banned and stuff. And they don't just ban you for a certain time; they just shut your account. That's it. You're done. They won't. And if they find out that you've got multiple accounts, they'll shut them all down.
Yep.
I've had one friend that got like 6 of them shut down. And I was like, oh, okay.
Why you need 6 accounts? I have no idea.
Because they're in the different regions to be able to do different things.
Cheating.
Yeah. Different promotions and different that they can then trade with their main account because their account isn't the right. Yeah, anyway. It was crazy. Remember that one guy that we saw that had like 10 different ones?
Yeah, but
On
he
his
had
bike.
but he had a different phone for each of them.
That's true. That is true. It was crazy. Anyway. What's our power look like?
So we're looking at where are you guys at?
8%.
Oh, we're coming. We're coming to the end quickly. How about you, Ant?
What's the question?
Power on your phone.
Oh, it's charging. I got like 10% left.
Okay. So we're looking at Caveman on Tubi. We'll roll with that, Josh. Now I just Googled on Hindi movies on Netflix this week, and they've got a romantic comedy drama called Cocktail 2, but it's not. We don't see Cocktail 1, so that's not going to work. Unless it's a Hindi sequel to Tom Cruise's movie, which
Oh my god.
That was my
be
first thought. It was like the Tom Cruise one?
That would be hilarious.
I don't know.
12th.
You're on the Amir Khan kick. Maybe you could see if old Horrific has another film out there.
Oh man, Andhadhun is on Netflix.
Yeah.
I recommend watching that one, Ant. I know you're gonna have a hard time watching it if it's not homework.
If it's not war, bro. Yeah.
No, it's good, dude.
It's actually really
it's good. Let's see. 12th Fail 2023, an inspiring biographical drama. Man.
We
biographical now this time.
We saw that the next Brahmastra hasn't come out yet, right?
It has not. Jane John, a tense, gripping mystery thriller starring Kareena Kapoor Khan. Oh, this chick married Amir Khan.
Is that the Jonas Brother one? Isn't there a Jonas Brother that married?
There is, but I don't think that's. Let's see.
Amar
Singh Chamkila, a vibrant biographical mystical drama. Gang Boy Katawadi, a biography. Man, all these biographies. How about like ridiculous action or ridiculous horror? It needs to have something ridiculous about it.
Hollywood.
They do ridiculous well.
Barf. I just looked up like top 10 like Bollywood films, and I'm trying to see.
These are old, man. They're gonna be terrible.
Mother India.
No.
Wait, what was that one?
I don't know.
Diwar of 1975.
No. None of that looks good.
2011. Zingda Nam.
No, keep going. Keep trucking.
Okay, well, I'm trying to see. Queen. Yes, Queen.
Okay, right now,
We saw Barfi.
Amir Khan on Netflix. We saw Barfi.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
We got-
right.
PK Dangal, we saw already.
That was the first one.
Fana, we saw Fana already.
Indie Hamlet.
Thugs of Hindustan.
Is one called Hadir on there?
Hader.
Hader. Haider.
Thugs of who?
Is it an Amir Khan one? I'm looking at the Amir Khan list right now.
No, I'm looking at a different list. But this one looks like it could be cool. It's Bollywood Shakespeare's Hamlet.
Oh. That's nice. Thugs of Hindustan. An epic action adventure set in colonial India featuring an ensemble cast.
What happened to that one that I originally recommended?
My boy gonna be in it?
It's what's his
Yeah,
face?
Amir Khan.
It's Amir Khan.
Once Upon a Time in
Once
India.
Upon a Time in India. Oh my gosh, you know what? He's a good looking guy.
That was in 2001, honey. He doesn't look like that anymore.
Yeah, he does.
No.
He's just buff now.
No.
Don't be jealous, honey. It's fine.
I think Nate likes him because he looks kind of the same.
It's true.
Looks kind of the same.
Yeah,
He
Amir
reminds
Khan,
me-
Amir
he
Khan is
reminds
the
me
Indian
of-
Nate.
I'll take that as a compliment. Dangal. I don't know. I'm going to have to dig into this a little bit further. I'm going to try to find something just fun and dubbed. Dubbed worked out really well.
Did it?
Try to keep
Well,
on
for those of us who noticed that it
Right.
was dubbed, it worked out well.
Did we watch the? Oh yeah, Trishram.
Yeah, Drishyam. That was the
Drishyam.
one with the lady cop and her son that got killed. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was two versions, right? We saw
Right.
there's the Telugu and the Hindi.
Yeah, you guys saw the one with the fat guy, and we saw the one with the skinny guy.
Oh look, it's him again. Amir
We
Khan.
saw the original one.
Right. Yeah, we saw the remake, and it sounds like it was better.
Probably there's
Oh,
budget,
no.
right?
Huh?
The Hindi version is going to have way more money behind it than the Telugu one for sure.
Yeah. Three idiots. Yay.
Man, we
Three
hit
Idiots was good too.
we hit the top when we were when we were watching these. Bummer. That's such a funny movie. Why is it?
Thugs of Hindustan.
Phone sucks, honey.
Give me this.
4.1, 19 rotten. It's got a bad score. Oh, here's one. This would be like a Liz choice. Like what was the Gina Davis pirate movie?
Cutthroat Island.
Cutthroat Island. So
I gotta-
Thugs of Hindustan, and I'm looking at a Reddit on it. Why did Thugs of Hindustan flop so hard despite see boredom of its story and its visual copied from Pirates of the Caribbean? 2018, Thugs of Hindustan.
That was on this list. That was on this list that I just looked up, and it looked. Are you sure? Is it 2 parts or 1 part?
You guys want to try it? It's
Yeah.
Amir Khan.
That was on this list. That
It's got a horrible scores though. It does
Oh,
have
good.
horrible scores.
Not like we haven't
Usually
watched
the best
horrible
movie.
horror movies before. Let's do it.
All right. Thugs of Hindustan it is.
Thugs of
All right,
Hindustan.
guys. Well, it was fun. I was glad to get back on the horse. We've been missing for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And I feel like I think we just need to rock it. If we have any unfortunate absences, then we'll give them hugs and kisses on the next one.
Right.
Sure. All right. So, what are you guys going to be watching from Marvel this week?
the rest of Agent Carter.
Season
Is that on Disney?
It's on Disney Plus, and
Okay.
and we might get to Captain Marvel.
Ugh, God.
But yeah, we have to finish out the season 2 of Agent Carter.
Pray for Mojo.
All right, I might try to do some catch up on some of those things. I wouldn't rewatch something I didn't like, but I could watch one I haven't seen just for the sake of having
Yeah.
continuity caught up.
Why did we not want to do this one?
I watched it
Uh-huh.
and I was bored to tears.
Oh shit.
Like in much like a lot of those movies, like they have an attractive male protagonist with lots of John Woo shots about him walking, looking handsome, and then the wind blows his jacket behind him and shit like that. You know the ones.
Yeah.
Or like there's an explosion behind him and he walks slowly from it and his jacket blows in the wind, like those kind of things. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really feel it. And there's lots of sequels to that too. It was very popular for those people, but I wasn't feeling it. If you want to give it a shot, you know.
No. We're watching Thugs of India or whatever it is.
Thugs of India. Whoa, what do you mean by that?
We already saw a movie with Thugs of India. It was called Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Those are thuggies.
Thugs of Hindostan. I'll send it to the group. Booyah. There you have it. So we've got Thugs of Hindostan and Caveman coming next week. All right. Well, I'll let you guys get your phone charged back up again.
Right on.
Get some rest from the East Coast or from the East Side. And I'll see you soon. Good times, guys. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Love you.
Right back at you.
Thanks,
pal.
guys.
See you later.
Take care.
Night.